Hey, good morning everybody. Jim with Master Odor Removal, and I'm at it out here on this cloudy but nice Tuesday afternoon where I'm treating another property here. Now this is a property that I'm doing where there's another guy that's a realtor and he flips homes too. And I've done quite a few properties for him. And since then he's recommended me to a couple of other clients that do the same thing. And this is one of them. House here is a home that I've come to treat. Now the gentleman that owns this place, he's also renovating and flipping this house here in St. Paul. And let's take a look inside here so we can see what we're dealing with. Now, a couple things I want to point out. First of all, what he's doing is he's obviously renovating everything, repainting. Underneath the paper here, it's all wood floors, and they've come through, repainted the ceilings, the walls. Everything has been painted, even all the baseboard you can see. And the issue with this house is whoever had the house that he bought it from had cats, and I'm going to tell you what, they urinated all over, mainly down in the basement. But unfortunately, as soon as I walked in the house, now they hired me to come in and treat the basement area because they felt that there was no urine odor up here in the main level of the house, as well as up on the second floor. We'll take you up there real quick too. As soon as I walked in the door, instantly I could smell the cat urine. Here in the main level, as well up here on the second level. Now up here, not only do you have that smell of urine, but it's a combination of like cooking odors and urine. It's actually stronger up here, which makes sense because when you're cooking, that steam from the cooking and all those aromas and that, obviously they rise up in the air, and so that's why it smells so much more prominent up here of cooking odor plus urine. So of course I have spoke to the homeowner. I let him know, hey, here's the deal. As soon as I walked into the house, I could smell the urine. So that's going to be an issue when you're trying to sell the home, because people are going to notice that immediately. As soon as you walk in the door, they're going to smell that. So you may need to treat the entire place. But for now, he had me treat this area down here. Now we're going to head down to the basement area. Now here's what I wanted to tell you. When these people who flip homes, who, real estate agents, whatever, their first inclination is, the experts will tell them, if you have, pet odors on the subfloor and that, shellac it and everything will be good to go. Unfortunately, that's not true. You'll see how it's all yellowing there. This was all shellacked. I came in, I sprayed my solution, and you can see all that yellowing. That's urine. So that's definitely coming up from the subfloor. This is actually, I thought it was going to be, from the photos he sent me, I thought it was going to be a tile flooring, but it's not. It's actually like vinyl tile. This is actually ceramic tile. It's a hard floor, and you can see how thin the grout lines are. And that's where all that yellowing you see, that's all urine, and that's coming up from the subfloor. Not only did he shellac in there, but he shellacked the stairs here. Okay? So going down the stairs, all right, and then he shellacked part of the basement floor down here. Here's the problem with that. Shellacking the floors, killing it and all that, if you go through and you paint the house and redo the ceilings and everything, if you have a strong odor in the house, that is not going to take care of the problem. All you do is you seal that odor in much more, and it makes it more difficult to treat when you have somebody come in after the fact. Now, I'm very good at pre-qualifying and educating my clients and managing their expectations. And I let them know, since you've already shellacked, it's going to take much longer for our solution to penetrate. And there may be areas where it's shellacked much heavier that it's not going to absorb into the concrete floor. I always tell them, do not do anything to the floors. If it's a solid concrete floor or if you pull up carpet and you notice all the pet stains all over the subfloor, do not shellac it. The ultimate best thing to do is to pull that subfloor up and replace it. Now, I've had many cases where I was able to treat the subfloors, okay, so that they didn't have to replace it, depending on the extremity of that, the staining that is on that subfloor. In many cases, we can come in, we can treat it, then they can go ahead, shellac, kills, do whatever they need to do, and lay down carpet, and that pretty much takes care of the problem. But if you shellac that floor before it's treated, it doesn't allow any of our solutions to penetrate into that flooring. And you have to understand that we need to attack the odor at its source, okay? And its source is in the subfloor, it's in the walls, it's in the ceilings, and all that. So if you're able to get in there, treat those areas, and get your solution in there, let it absorb into those areas as it's doing. On this side here, which hasn't been shellacked, I absolutely douse this, and you can almost see it's almost all, absorbed into it. Out here, there's still areas, where it's still wet and it's not penetrating as quickly. So it makes it much more difficult to treat. But I can tell you this much, the odor down here, the cat urine odor down here was so strong. I mean, extremely strong. And I've already treated it all in here, all the walls, ceilings, the woodwork. Everything in here has been sprayed down with our step 1 solution, and it has already made a world of difference. Now, when I spoke with the owner of the property, I let them know this before I started. I said, I can't guarantee this because you shellacked everything. I can't guarantee that 100% of that odor is going to be gone. I can make a little bit of a difference. I don't know to what extremity of the difference it's going to be, but I cannot guarantee it. And I basically left the decision to him. Hey, do you want me to proceed, or do you want to try different measures before you have me come in here? And he said, go ahead, have at it. If it can be just a little bit better, that'd be great. I've also instructed him to, in this area up there that I showed you where the urine is permeating out of, that he's probably going to have to pull all that up. He's going to have to take that floor up, replace the subfloor underneath for sure, because that's a lot of urine coming up out through those seams. Definitely going to have to replace the subfloor. And the stairs here, I sprayed a couple of the steps, and it just absolutely just sat on top. It would not go in. It just won't permeate into the steps. If they're wood steps, had he not shellacked it beforehand, I'd have been able to come in, spray it, and it would have absorbed into the wood and done what it's supposed to do, and that's eliminate. So just for future reference for you flippers out there, real estate agents, rental property management companies, you do not want to paint and re-kills and shellac areas, especially when it comes to pet odors. But this also goes for tobacco odors, cooking odors, all that. Don't do all that. Don't go through all that expense without at least treating it first. Because if we can come in, treat everything, get rid of the source of that odor, then if you decide to go ahead and do all that stuff, it's absolutely going to be taken care of for you. So again, Jim with Master Odor Removal. If you got a car, boat, trailer, house, condo, any enclosed area that has a pesky odor you just can't get rid of, get a hold of me at 612-424-1253. Again, that's 612-424-1253, and I'll get back at you. All right, we'll see you on the next one, folks. Take care. Bye now.